What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another damn
podcast.
podcast.
Presented by
Our damn
Our
self.
Damn Selves. Episode 316.
316, yes.
16. Shout out to all my WWE fans from back in the day.
Oh,
Austin.
Austin 3, yeah.
Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. My wrestling fans get that. You tell the story for those that don't get what I'm talking about. You get a little Austin 316 because Marcus bought the shirt a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
he bought that shirt, yeah.
I said that's probably like this top. It might be the great top selling shirt of all time, but it's like that NWO Hulkamania. It's like a few shirts that you know right away when you see them. The Hot Rod shirt from it's like a few shirts you know. Austin 316 is one of those shirts. During the Attitude Era with Stone Cold, the other DX, yeah, that's another. That's probably the top 5 I named there. Okay, Austin 316, NWO, Hulkamania, DX, and Hot Rod. There we go. That's the ones. Well, Austin 316 is Jake the Snake back in the day was running a religious gimmick. He had got born again, you know, because he was like had run through the drugs and all of that shit. It's like
Yeah.
we had got to a point where he was born again. Him and Austin were having a match. And so Jake was doing the Bible quotes here. He did John 3:16, like before the match, like was one of the quotes. So then after Austin whips his ass, wins the match, he says, like, yeah, you talk about John 3:16, well, Austin 3:16 says, I just whip your ass. And a catchphrase was born. It's like that's where it came. I was like 96 or something like that, like early Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Uh, this moment in wrestling history brought to you by.
I've been watching wrestling since I was like 8. I was like, I just started watching basically.
Oh, Lord. That was funny.
Good stuff, man. Well, let's go from wrestling and stay and go to let's do stay in sport. Well, let's forget the finals are over. So we done with that. Yeah, Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
Congrats to them. What's the name? Joker won the finals MVP. Put that to the side. Let's talk about Ja Morant. Let's talk
We knew
about
that was going to happen. We said last week that they were going to win.
yeah. Miami took one. They took game 2. Like I thought it would be a sweep. I was surprised when they actually won.
You know, I mean, sweep. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the big news, Mr. Ja Morant.
25 game suspension. I say he should count his blessings. A lot of people are thinking half the season or
the whole
I
season.
think 25 games is like, yeah, you should take that and like 25. He should take that.
But we kind of like leaned to that. Like, remember, I want to say we said probably about like 20.
I said 30, I think so. I was in the neighborhood. I think I said
about 20 games or so. I was like, they're not. Like, it's not going to be half the season because people, it's going to be half the season. It's going to be the whole. Like, it's not going to be that. You're not going to take him out for half the season.
Did you see the video he posted after that? Yeah, we had the gun and it was really a cigarette lighter. He was trying to get away from that 20. See, I didn't have a gun. It's just a lighter.
He was lighting candles.
Mm-hmm. You saw that with his
goofy ass. Not about my Chicago coming at me, goofy ass. But my whole thing, just make better choices. I mean,
guns aren't toys, they're tools.
They're not toys. And yes, it's the double-edged sword where people say, well, I'm not a role model, because that's what celebrities say. I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model.
Barkley started that shit.
People love to say that, but
now he's the first one like going after like Ja Morant. But he's the one who said it 30 years ago. Like,
yeah, I'm not a role model.
Chuck, that was his thing. Chuck was an asshole in his day.
He's an asshole. Yeah, he was.
I'm not a role model.
But it is true. You're not a role model.
Michael Jordan.
That is a true statement. However, if you're a public figure and you have a large fan base and you have a platform, you gotta be a little bit more responsible about how
responsible gun use and how you portray is like, yeah. Because I'm a gun guy. Like, yeah, like I see people with guns, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not shook like the average person. It's like, oh yeah, because that became a thing after that. Who was that? It was JJ Redick. He was talking about, yeah. What about with all of the fucking the crackers post with Christmas cards with their AR-15s? It's like, yeah, like people taking pictures of gun, but like people acting like guns make some a tough guy. Like that's stupid. It's like guns are just tools and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we grew up in the 80s, so like we saw like Rambo and Predator,
Yeah.
Arnold, and then on the poster with the big, you know, we saw that.
Commando. Come on.
Yeah, we saw that in the 80s. We grew up during that era. So
Guns are like not the problem. Is like you thinking that I'm cool, I got a gun. It's like, nah, it's not cool, it's a tool.
You damn fool.
Simple as it. See, if you grew up around guns, you look at them differently. Like, because the people that grew up like shooting when they were like 10, like going to the range or whatever, or you grew up hunting and shit. Like, yeah, so you have a different view of guns. It's like, yeah, you grew up thinking guns makes you a tough guy. You got a different view of it.
Yeah. Thinking that's what makes you a man or makes you hard or whatever. It's like, but it's like you said, it's a tool.
Yeah. It's a tool. It can be used for hunting, for protection, self-defense, or sport, or recreation. You just like going to the range shooting. It's like different reasons to own a gun.
Or collectibles. Like if you have like a World War II gun.
Yeah,
World War I, whatever, the antique guns. So a lot of people, some people are into those, the antique guns.
Revolutionary War musket or something like that.
Yeah, the musket with the, yeah. Some people are into that.
You're a collector, yeah. You had a Tommy gun that the gangsters used like in the 20s.
Oh,
the Tommy gun.
Yeah, are you okay? You see why? Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say, yeah.
The 1920s gangsters.
Annie, are you okay? That's what I call it.
Yeah. You're a collector, yeah. So there's different reasons to own guns. It's like, yeah, being a tough guy ain't one of them.
So, and then the other thing that I said, probably part of like when they say and other stuff after the suspension, the thing I was saying also is, and then people was like, well, he's not a criminal. I'm not saying that. I was like, they'll probably make him do like a community service thing or something, because that's just the league making them be like, we're doing our diligence, because I see them doing that.
Or do a PSA, like,
yeah, I see them doing something like
that. John Morant, yeah, and I want to talk about gun safety, like doing a PSA.
Yeah, just basically showing that, hey, I understand, I'm taking accountability, and like a lot of times
over so many people are killed by gun deaths even every year. So be safe with firearms. They are not toys. I'm John Morant. This is a public service.
And I approve this message.
Like that. You're gonna get one of those probably during the NBA season.
I definitely see like a community service thing. I definitely see that, because
community service and maybe the PSA.
Yeah, because that's such a celebrity thing. Like, yeah, like you drove drunk, but we're going to give you 1,000 hours of community service.
Yeah,
like you drove drunk and you hit a guardrail.
Danny Lay, you dragged like a senior, like her dumbass.
Yeah, that was disturbing. But I mean, they do stuff with celebrities and people of a certain status where, it's like, yeah, we're going to give you some type of punishment, but we want to lessen it. We
can't do nothing. So yeah, we're gonna do this just to make it look like we care.
NBA cares.
John Morant's gonna be doing NBA care commercials. There we go. And it's gonna be about gun safety and shit.
So I see that happening, but the 25 games, that's
Yeah, that's what I thought he would. Yeah, I thought he would get like around 30. I said so. I was in the neighborhood. Yeah.
I said like 20-ish. I wanted to say I would say around like 20-ish, something like that. That's what I said. But during this time off, like, he should self-reflect, I feel, and just kind of use this downtime to just kind of get your mind right.
Yeah.
You should be doing that.
Facts.
Because you really got another chance. You really did. So
yeah.
Use this moment to learn. Use this as a teaching moment.
Okay. So John Morant, get yourself together, young brother.
Yeah,
Pulling for
because
you.
I
I'm
mean,
pulling.
you're a tremendous talent, and I don't want to see like just silly shit like with this. I don't want to, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's rush through this one right here because, like, we're not hockey guys like that. Yeah, congrats going out to the Vegas Golden Knights as well, too. Won their first Stanley Cups. We had a couple of firsts this time. Denver Nuggets first NBA championship, Golden Knights first Stanley Cup. So that's what's one to run through that. And also similarities, they won their series 4-1 as well, too. So there's a lot
Oh,
of similarities with those two
okay.
series. The Stanley Cup ended the day after the finals. I want to say they were like back to back. Yeah, so Vegas was definitely lit. Like after that, they was turned the fuck up in Vegas after that Stanley Cup victory by the Golden Knights.
Oh, now we're in the dog days of summer.
Baseball time, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dog days of summer. So just kind of, because I saw the meme where it was like this many days to football, this many
Oh, that's
days to
what all of my
NBA.
guys were like. Yeah, okay. NFL kicks off in. All my guys were saying that. Yeah.
Well,
Or
now go
college
outside and
baseball, or if you're a WNBA fan, you got that. So
yeah,
yeah,
you got WNBA. Yeah, that's good.
WNBA
And if
and
you're not
baseball.
just either, then just go out and get
NASCAR's coming to Chicago. I'm
I'm
just
staying
saying,
away from
you got options.
that.
There you
I
go.
went through downtown earlier today, and I just saw that. I saw that the setup of them, like I could see them putting up the stands and everything, and I saw some of that. I'm like, yes, I'm not going nowhere near this when they nowhere near
Unfortunately,
this
I have to
next
go
week.
down there. One of my jobs is down there, so unfortunately, I have to do. I'm staying away from the Lakeshore Drive though.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going nowhere near
I'm
that.
taking the back roads, damn it.
Yeah.
Staying away from Lakeshore Drive. And you know the
Okay.
Ryan's gonna be a mess. I'm not gonna mess with that because Arrow Lakeshore Drive traffic is gonna get pushed
Want
to
to
the
filter that way.
side. I'm taking the back roads.
Yeah.
Osby side street in the downtown.
Well, we'll see how this NASCAR stuff goes because depending on how it goes, like I don't know if it's going to be an annual thing, but it's going to be a one-time dealie, but we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, then NASCAR will probably be back.
Yeah,
So
there that is. And unfortunately, while we in sports, let's just stay here. Rest in peace, going to Ray Lewis III, son of Ray Lewis. Died of a suspected overdose at just 28 years old.
yeah, they said like an accident, or that's what they're speculating. It's really sad. I
28.
thought I was like 28. Yeah, such a young man,
Yeah.
And I just like for him to like no parent wants to bury a child. No parent wants to
That
do
gotta
that.
be the worst, like burying.
Oh, it's like with him having to deal with that.
Yeah, somebody keep an eye on brother Ray Lewis because
Yeah.
he's going through it right now.
Just to keep him and his family in their thoughts and prayers and everything. So yeah.
Sad.
Really.
Hate to bring things down like that, but just had to report on that one. Where the hell we going next? Well, it's Conor McGregor. we definitely doing some sports craziness.
Okay. Yeah, and then I have one more sports thing after, but Conor McGregor, I forgot about that.
Conor McGregor accused of sexual assault. I'm pulling the story up right now.
At the finals, I'm like,
At game 4 of the NBA finals in Miami is like but some people are comparing this to the Mike Tyson story because the it's looking sus like the videos. It's like you see the girl, like I get like you could change your mind at any time. It's like, yeah, like
yeah.
just because you go leave with somebody, don't if you decide like halfway through, like, nah, I'm not feeling this, yeah. You have every right to do that. But
Yeah,
then
anytime.
at any time you can call the whole thing off. It's like, yeah, because some people were comparing it to Tyson. I'm like, yeah, but and then the second video that came, or like I saw some stills like after the incident is like, and they were like having drinks or whatever. It's like she didn't look too distraught. So we definitely gonna keep an eye on this Conor McGregor story because it's like I was like, I don't know about this. Like,
Yeah, but then it's like in the court of public opinion, it's like Conor McGregor, how you present,
oh,
like
yeah, because
once again,
he's an asshole already. People don't like Conor McGregor.
once again, your image, like we always talk about that image, it's like he presents as like like dare I say it, he presents as a fuck boy. That's how he
He's an
presents to me. He
asshole.
presents as a fuck boy.
And another thing people
He
don't like,
does.
he's a married man too. So even like if he didn't, even
I
if
didn't
it
know
was
he was married.
consensual too, is like okay, yeah, well you cheating on your wife, even
That
if
shows I
yeah,
didn't even know he was married because
yeah,
the way that he just talks and just acts like
you think like
so.
what woman would marry him, but like he's like yeah, you see his net worth, but oh, well, that's why she probably married him.
It seems just rude and crude and just
Yeah, he's an asshole.
yeah, just really just
He's like the UFC's bad boy is what they call it, the bad boy of the UFC.
I just really just not just but
Yeah, you see, they went into the restroom. It's like and then that's what she said. The alleged incident happened, like the sexual assault and all of that. And then it's I'm gonna let it play out and see what happens. It's like just like the
mhm,
Jonathan Majors situation a few weeks back. Yeah, I'm gonna let
mhm,
it play out and see what happens. But yeah, I was like, yeah, it don't look good. Because like
yeah,
even if she was down at first, like women and anybody, not
will
just
change
women,
your mind.
men can
Yeah.
change their minds at any time too. Like you could change your
Mhm.
mind. I know I'm not feeling this. I think
And
I'm
then even the thing about what people is like, well, like women, how many times have women had to kind of just like you kind of like gave your number to a guy, or you kind of just because you felt uneasy because sometimes these guys, like we've seen it in the news where somebody rejected somebody and then a guy follows a girl and kills her because she rejected him. Like we'll see like women out of fear just be like, okay, like I'll just
it
comply
was
with this guy
the ball
because
player,
I'm
Darius Miles.
scared.
Like, do you remember that
Yeah.
story? The ball player, like the college player, not Darius Miles from back in the day. Yeah, the Darius Miles,
Mhm.
the ball player that just is like his boy or something. Yeah, it wasn't
Oh
even
yeah, they killed the young lady. Yeah.
yeah, because she allegedly rejected him. So yeah, she got shot and killed and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, her whole boyfriend was in the car. Like, dude,
yeah, the man, she wasn't interested at all.
like you can't handle being rejected. Like, you know who I am. Like, whenever somebody says, I automatically assume that you're whack as hell. If you say you know who I am,
Because you were cold, they would already know who you were.
you're whack. You are.
I ain't never done that and shit. Yeah,
All I'm saying, Jay-Z don't have to say you know who I am. That's all you know. If you a boss and you know who you are, you don't have to say you know who I am. You know how much money, you know what I got.
yeah.
Okay.
Remember when Jaleel Okafor, that incident happened it was outside of a Boston nightclub. It's the reason why that nigga's not in the NBA anymore because of that. It's his rookie year. Like he got into it. Like, he probably was trying to holler at some chick she wasn't feeling, or like, and then he got it. Maybe she was with a guy. Like maybe it was like that other situation. Yeah,
Mhm.
and basically he knocks the guy out in that because like he's like,
Because
yeah,
guys,
got
rich
money
guys
over
do be
there. But
jerks
yeah,
sometimes because they think that, hey, but like the end of the day, it's like every woman is not gonna go for you just because you got a status or something. Like they may be happy, like if they have a man who's treating them well, who doesn't have as much money, who isn't as on your level as you think you are, or whatever.
yeah.
They're not just gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna dump my guy and get with this baller because they're not just gonna do that.
Even if the
Every
baller
woman
is
is just
flirting with you, like a lot of chicks still aren't gonna go for it. They can be like, ah, no,
yeah.
I'm taken.
Like
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
They're not gonna do it the lady in the five heartbeats. We're married and actually y'all, when they was singing to her.
I
Every
was
woman's
feeling,
not gonna do
I
that.
was feeling her husband. He got the fuck out of there. Right? It's like that's where I'm at now. It's like I've been there where like I wouldn't even I would obviously wasn't married, but I've been where like a chick was out we're out and she was getting numbers from other dudes. It's like yeah, and I stuck with it at the time. But now, nah, it's like I'm out and shit. Yeah, I'm like, dude,
I'm not entertaining none of that. The second that you're like, yeah, like have you met my husband? Like I direct quickly, like, yeah, this is my husband. I direct quickly, like
but a just in case that would never happen. He's not all that he seems. None of that would have happened in the kid.
like go ahead.
None of that would have happened in the kid's case, right?
So just in case, no, I'm not the one.
Yeah.
I'm married and say her over here, her over here.
All right.
Like,
Well, unfortunately, I got some more bullshit I gotta share.
what?
Oh, let's do it.
Uh-oh.
Ready? Yeah, let's share this one.
Uh-oh. Let me
You talking
see.
about sex and you can change your mind any times, like even men and shit. It shouldn't even come to this, but this is where we at in society. Yeah, you ready for this one? I saw this tweet. I was like, I gotta show it to the kid. It's like
Oh my gosh.
Twitter, let's full screen this bad boy. It's like you can already see where it's going already, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But that's like somehow that's normalized and shit. Yeah. And you see videos like that all the time. It's like, and it's like, I'm glad people are starting to like call that behavior out. Like back in the day, that wasn't considered assault and shit. Back in the day, it's like, and
It's
if you say anything about it, it's like, oh, you must be gay and shit. It's like, yeah, it's like if you like if you say like that, she's wrong for doing that to a baby and shit. It's like, yeah,
as a woman who has a son and a daughter,
some grown woman was doing that to your
if
son.
anybody does anything like that to either of my children, I will handle the woman and Marcus will handle the man. And that's what we're just going to say about that. Both of us will have it handled. We will both have the situation handled because
Facts.
we're not going to sexualize
Yeah,
children.
it's like
Children,
especially these young boys are like being sexualized at an early age like that.
Mhm.
That is for you create these sexual deviants and shit. Yeah, it
Right.
starts like that and shit. Yeah, well, like
We hear stories
you
about
like
boys,
3 years old and shit, and you got some grown woman like putting their funky ass in your face.
like so many of these celebrity men have come out, like D.L. Hughley, D-Ray.
Yeah, it's
They both had lost their virginity to grown women. Like they were like 11 years old.
um what's
D.L. Hughley was like
we have
14.
the prime example we have of it is R. Kelly. He talked about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and yeah, he which is why he was the way he was because as a young age, like somebody was messing with him. Yeah, a grown woman was messing with him
Yeah,
at it.
being sexualized.
Yeah.
Because D-Ray said he was like 11, like these women were like 30 years old. It was like he like these women had got him on a threesome. Like these grown ass women raped this boy. D.L.
Back in
Hughley
the
was
day,
like a
like you would have said,
24-year
like,
old woman.
you say, oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he came up like back in the day. That
That's
was
not, yeah. That's not appropriate. That's not like these boys can be perped after too. Like people only look at girls being like, oh, they got taken advantage of. These young boys can get taken
yeah.
advantage of
It's
too.
always been like the people like look at their girls like that, but now it's starting to like awareness is starting to
Mhm.
come like because like the internet is everything. Yeah, and you starting to see videos like that, and people are like saying this is disgusting and all that. You
Like
starting
the
to see
thing I don't like what people do is like when people call like little boys like their boyfriend, like their hood. I don't like when grown women do that. Like
my
I'm
man.
firm about that. Like, don't call my son your boyfriend. Don't call my son your little husband. Like the furthest you can go is like saying that my son is handsome. That's the furthest I get that. Like he's a handsome little guy. That's the furthest that you can. That's the furthest that you
Get
can
past
go.
that, then you stepping in dangerous
You
territory.
step into I don't know what Mama Bear might react. I might react very negative. If you catch me on the wrong day, I may not be willing to have the conversation to redirect you. I might just go into attack mode. So
You might not be civilized and shit.
I might not be civilized. I can't guarantee that. Because normally I'm good at like I'm a good communicator. I'm good at expressing. I'm good at like yes and explain like why this is not appropriate, why this is like what's appropriate, what's not. I'm good at doing that. But you catch me on the wrong day, it may not come out civilized.
Yeah.
So, but that's disgusting. Like ladies, let's stop doing that. It's not cute. It's not funny. Like you as bad as the creepy guy who's hanging out at the
Yeah,
at the at
creepy
the
old
middle
guy
school.
and shit. Yeah.
The
It's
guy who drives his car to pick up eighth grade girls. You're as bad as him.
a creepy old guy and shit. Yeah. That's
And
Hank.
girls, let's stop doing that too. My man, no, that's not cute either. Like if you were 14 and a guy is 25 hit on you, that's disgusting. You're not
Yeah, you somebody's child.
mature for your age. You're not any of that. You got taken. Bottom line.
You got.
Bottom line.
Call
We're
it
going to
what it
stop
was.
normal.
You
Yeah,
got
we're
got.
going to stop normalizing that type of behavior. We are.
Okay. Since we're talking about unconscionable and like questionable behavior, you heard about this story between YK Osiris and Sukihana. You probably don't know who either of them are.
I saw
You
the
heard
video.
about the story. Okay, you know the story.
So I
Okay.
know the story. I don't know who the people are because I'm old. like
Well,
I
I
am.
am too, but I just know stuff like that.
You're in the industry. Like you follow that. You follow the trends and you follow the. I just started getting on like the new songs because like my kids like listening to the Heat.
YK Osiris is the artist. Sukihana is she's on Love and Hip Hop. Let's look. Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. Courtesy of TMZ, of course. Of course, Lil Duval would be in the middle of it and shit too.
He's living his best life.
He's already rubbing her show. You look at her face, yeah. Then he's like tries to kiss her in the mouth. He's pulling away clearly and shit. Yeah. And look at him like his and
She's
Duval
like,
had
oh
it
my
muted, but you couldn't hear him because he's like Duval was like, go ahead, tongue kiss her too. So like people are coming down on Duval too for the shit here. Because he did say that in it. Yeah.
he said tongue kisser.
Like old tongue kiss, like when you went in the first time, you was like, yeah, I dare you to tongue kiss her.
What are we five? Not five. What are we like 14? like like 7 minutes ahead.
I
Like
don't know,
spin the ball. What
I
are
don't
we
know why
14?
he did that and what was going through his head and shit. Yeah. Like I want more information. Like
And
why
then even though we're
what
out of
made
this
him do
technically
that? It's
COVID,
like,
but just kissing a stranger now, like after COVID, it's like I mean, I thought that we still were kind of
yeah.
like a lot of things people did pre-COVID, but now it's like
Yeah. Mm.
sharing spit right now. Ugh.
But
But
he
yeah,
did
so like from what I read, they said that the young lady is that her name Suki.
Sukihana, yeah.
Suki, like she was doing the normal like flirting thing because
Yeah,
you know
a lot of people
sometimes
try to once again try to blame her as like,
like
but
I said,
watch Love and Hip Hop, that's her character. Like she's
she was doing
flirting.
the play flirting thing, and it's like, okay, I see you, like that type of thing. And they're like, uh-oh. And then okay, the shoulder rub, okay, whatever. Like that was kind of
That's when you
that was
start getting started getting into
that was
dang
kind of
territory
if
there.
this is the line, this was like the shoulder rub was like inching to the line.
Mhm.
When he grabbed the back of her hair and pulled her head back and then kissed her on the mouth.
And she clearly pulls away. Yeah.
And then he did a second time. It's like, but not trying to defend actions on this, but the way that he was giggling and stuff, it looked like he may have been intoxicated or high. He looked
Man,
like he was under the influence.
I need answers because like
He seemed under the influence. I'm
I
not
can't
making an
just see
excuse
him
for
just
that,
doing that
but
out of nowhere and shit. Like it's creeps out there, but
that shit
it's like
ain't gonna fly
how you just
still.
gonna do that out of nowhere? It had to be like it got to be something. Maybe
He
he
looks
was
like he
high.
looked like he was intoxicated. The way he looked intoxicated, high or drunk or something. He seemed out of his mind. I'm not making it. I'm not saying that makes it okay
Not
because you can't blame on
justifying
the
it. That's
alcohol.
what it looked like. That he may have been intoxicated. That's
Because
what
he did issue an apology. He
he
did say,
apologized and Sukihana accepted. So like it seems
yeah,
like they've squashed it.
he did issue an
But the
apology. So
internet,
that was
yeah, internet's going to like hold a grudge forever. I know they still because I know she deactivated her social media. I'm not sure about him because you
mhm.
know the internet is going
They be
internet.
cruel. Yeah, they be cruel.
I know she deactivated
And
hers.
unfortunately, it's like we're in a place now where everything is played out via social media. Everything is just like some stuff is like, I mean, they were at an event, so like TMZ was there or whatever, but everything doesn't have to be documented. Some stuff you can be at a thing, you can be at an event, like you don't have to through your phone. Everything doesn't have to be through your phone. Everything doesn't have to be recorded. Everything doesn't have to be documented. Everything doesn't. You can just be in the moment with things.
Right,
Then
right.
and like they are young kids. Like what are they like early 20s? They're young.
They're both in their 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're young. So
I
it's
have the
like
ages in front of me, but yeah, they both. Yeah.
they're young. So it's like hopefully this is a teaching moment for what's his name? Oh, what's his
YK
name?
Osiris.
YK Osiris. Hopefully this is a teaching moment for him where you
Now,
gotta be more careful because
Duval is like my age. He should know better, but
yeah, Duval is old.
he's like my age. You shouldn't be a
And
like
like
if you
Gorilla said when he tried to
born in 1900s, then you know that that's inappropriate.
no, if you were born in the late 1900s, make us even feel older. We were born in the late 1900s.
Exactly.
We were born last millennium.
Right.
Last millennium we were
Born
born.
in the 1900s. You know that. You know better and shit. You
We
shouldn't
old
be,
as hell.
especially now. Like, yeah, we in the Me Too era. Like back in the 90s, we
Canceled.
didn't know better. Like I said, with nothing but a G thing and all of that was out. Like when
Yeah, when he pulls the girl's top
yeah,
off. And then
we didn't know better
they
then.
pour they did and then they poured the beer on the girl because
Yeah,
she was acting stuck up
yeah.
and they dumped the beer on her.
Back then, we didn't know better. That's 30
Yeah.
years ago. But now it's like, yeah, Duval, you'd be like, okay, yeah, no, okay. All right, young blood, lumber, hold up. Yeah, you should take charge. All right, young blood, like, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He is a
how,
grown man.
if
Like I
I
said,
was there,
Duval
that's
is
what I
in
would have
his
done. Say, all right, young blood, that's
he's
enough.
in
Yeah,
his mid to late 40s, so he's very grown. So he should have
yeah, Duval is like my age. Like I said,
he should have known better. I remember Duval on Common View.
yeah, Duval been around for a long time. That's all I know.
I remember him on Common View because he did the parody of the music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. He did a parody of that and it was
He was on
hilarious.
this old guy code back in the day. Like Duval been around.
But I see we're old.
Like
like him
hey,
doing his best life
Michael
wasn't his
just learned who
first
he
thing.
was when Smile Bitch came up, but like Duval been around for like 25 years.
He's
Hey,
been
Duval
around.
been around for a minute.
He's been around.
Yeah, you should know better. You don't egg it on. It's like this ain't the 90s no more, bro.
And like I do like that they're like like he did do his apology and everything, and because we are in the era of if you do the cancel,
Yeah,
let's
no,
cancel,
yeah,
cancel,
definitely
cancel,
cancel, yeah.
cancel, cancel, cancel.
Mhm.
It's like we just can't cancel. Just don't cancel somebody. I mean,
Yeah, like you mentor is like, yeah, tell the young brother, like, hey, like that ain't cool.
respect your lady, and then like I said, you gotta make it personal. Like I said, if you want to make it personal, like he doesn't. I don't think he has any children, but if you don't have children, then go to here. What do somebody did to your mother? Somebody did to your sister,
Mother, sister, anybody,
your
niece. Yeah.
cousin.
Mhm. You got
Because a
somebody
lot of
that
people
you
don't
care
have
about.
children yet, so it's like they can't relate. But if you have a child, definitely somebody did to your daughter. Oh hell, then people lose their mind over their kids.
Everybody has a mother, and they have
Everybody got a mother.
gonna be somebody that you care about. Yeah, that you gonna be like, yeah, you wouldn't want that to happen to them. It's just treat people how you be treated. That's how you want to be treated. That's you stick by that, you'll be okay. Treat
Yeah.
people how you want to be treated. Simple as that.
So he just needs to get it together.
So I want
But
to talk
don't
about
cancel it. Man.
yeah, don't
Don't
just
cancel.
yeah. He just needs a little guidance. That's all.
Yeah.
He did apologize, so he was remorseful for his actions.
Mm-hmm.
As we shift gears right now, you say you listen to Sirius XM The Fly, yeah. Has the song Area Codes by Cali? I know it's probably is aired on there. Has you? I don't know. Maybe it has it. It's like
yes, the one, yeah. Because like it plays on the Heat now, yeah. Because like she
not
did her,
Fly, yeah, duh. He like Fly is the old nigga channel.
yeah. Fly, they have
Sirius XM,
ludicrous area codes on Fly.
yeah, yeah, Ludacris. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, Sirius XL Cali on the Heat. That's what
I
I'm
heard it, yeah.
Channel 46, the one I'm thinking of, not
I
47.
listen to that, like the kids like listen to the Heat. Sometimes I have to some of the songs. I'm like, okay, but this is a little spicy. I might even feel like a radio edit. Like some of these, I'm like, no,
I
we
heard
gotta change.
Ariana singing "Body Yaddy Yaddy Yaddy." Remember that? He was like, "No, don't be singing no Body
What's
Yaddy."
that? That dog tooth, that song. I was like, nah, we gotta change that. It's a little spicy. The lyrics, like that's a little spicy.
Tyler the Creator, that's the one.
Yeah, that song is a little. I was listening to the words. I'm like, okay, like they let this. This is a radio edit. Okay, little spicy.
But your area codes like by Cali, and she appeared on Breakfast Club like this past week. Okay. And it's the story has been out there, but now since she was on Breakfast Club, it's exploded. She says she never heard the Ludacris area code song. And it's like the chick is like 22 years old. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. That song came out 2001. So I get it. It's like if you don't know that song. So like that's why it sounds so different. It's not a remake, because like her song sounds nothing like Ludacris's area.
Yeah, I saw area codes.
I thought it was gonna be a sample. We getting a lot of.
I thought so too, because everything is sampled now. Like
and we starting to get samples from that era. Is the point I'm.
We are.
Like Burna Boy sampled Tony Braxton from
Tony
that
Braxton. Era. The Weeknd did a whole cover of "I Don't Want to Know."
Mario Winans is like, yeah.
Because I was thinking, as soon as I heard the beat come on, I was like singing the words, and Ariana was like, "How do you song, mommy?"
Woman, you're a kid.
It wasn't.
I
was singing the words, and she said, "How is this, mommy? This is new." I said, girl, this song came out in 2004.
Bad Boy. Yeah. We starting to get from that era, remakes from that era. It's like
Mhm.
but yeah, see her song just sounds nothing like
It
Ludacris' area
doesn't, yeah.
code because and so like she talked about that, and of course, like I'm just here for the comments. I looked in the comments. Everybody was basically like roasting this this young girl for not knowing the song. But I get it. She's 22 years old. Like she was like one when Ludacris area code
And then
came out.
every parent doesn't play like old, like I said, now our songs are old songs now. We have
Yeah.
the old song. Everybody doesn't play old songs for their kids. Like I said,
Or
my
like you
kids,
might have just missed that particular song. It's like you're
yeah,
not gonna
my
know
kids
every
have
like
been
yeah.
listening to some old
Cause
stuff.
then like of course like everybody like being judgmental, of course, jumping yeah. Well I was born in and so on. So yeah, I knew who James Brown and Marvin Gaye were and all that. I'm sure you don't know every James Brown. So I
You
said
don't
sing
know every
sing
James
James
Brown.
Brown's funky drummer for me right now. I'll be like, you don't know every James Brown songs. Sing doing it to death. How does that go? Oh, wait. It's like you don't know every fucking so you might know the payback and shit in a couple of more.
Yeah, it's the math world.
Yeah.
Living in America. Living in
Say it
America.
loud, I'm black and I'm proud. You might know some of yeah, like some I feel good, I got you. It's like, yeah, yeah. You're not gonna know every single James Brown song, is the point I'm making. It's like and maybe that's because she heard it. She admits she said, I know who Ludacris is, like my mom, but I didn't know that song. So I never heard it.
Yeah.
So yeah, when mine came out and people asked me, was I inspired? I was like, she had never heard it. And I was like, that's the difference between this. Like I'm about to be controversial, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. It's like people say our generation we look young. That's because a lot of people and we still a lot of us act young too. It's like yeah, you still think that you're that age. It's like, yeah, when you're 47 years old, you still think that you're like 22 and shit. It's like, was back in the day, like we had mentors. Like now we got clowns and shit. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you have very few mentors. It's like, yeah, all
Clown.
y'all care about is getting your likes and getting your laughs. It's like that's what I saw in the comment, likes and laughs. It's like you just like roasting the and posting memes and shit, trying to get likes and laughs. It's like was back in the day. I got a real world example. I'm about to give like who we had mentors. Shout out Reggie Miles. I'm about to go KKC on your ass.
Oh.
It's like when early in my radio career, I was just starting at KKC. Crucial Conflicts Rodeo was like one of the biggest songs on the radio.
Yeah, well, tonight is the night.
It's coochie everything. Gonna hide it ho. Yeah.
Live the rodeo.
And I was playing that. And then Reggie Miles, he walks in the studio, he was like, yeah, that's the monorail. I was like,
Yeah, the JB's monorail, yeah.
I was like, well, and then me, like, I was like, what's the monorail? He was like, it's the JB's. Like, yeah. So then, guess what? The very next time when I saw him, he said, hey, I got something for you. He whipped out his CD. He played the monorail for me. He didn't roast me. He showed me the original version. It's like that's what mentors did back in the day. It's like, yeah, they don't roast you for not knowing. Yeah, because I didn't know the monorail at 22 or whatever I was.
Same thing. Like I said, I do
It's
that
like
with
that
my kids.
age, yeah.
I do that with my kids now because when they were like the Queen Naja,
Mario Linus, go
to
ahead.
say my name, what's my name?
Say my
Destiny's Child, say my name. I have a
Bobby
90s
Warren and
playlist
Queen Naja,
with
yeah.
90s R&B. And then when I came
Coil
on,
Ray's on that one too.
I was like, Ariana, listen to the saw Dot Child Dot Nine. Say my name, say my name. And then when she heard, she was like, oh, and then she's like, oh, like her face like lit up. I said, yeah. And I said, listen to the voice. You know who that is? And then she's like, oh, and I'm like, that's Beyonce before she went solo. My Beyonce was in a group called, and I started like educating her because she knows Beyonce is a solo artist only. So I mean, you know, educate.
See, that's what
roast, educate.
That's what I do. Yeah, I feel I mentor the next generation. Is like I don't roast you for not knowing Ludacris fucking area codes from 22 years ago. 20. I don't roast you for that shit.
I said, girl, this is old. Like when I like seeing the words and stuff. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, girl, this is old. Oh, I'm gonna play the original for you. This is old, girl. It's old, girl. Let me show you
something. Had mentors, y'all got clowns. Yeah, like except like me and you with exception. Like the average age is a fucking.
So we gotta lead by example with us late 1900s. Like I said, I'm gonna keep on saying that. With us late 1900s folks, we gotta do better.
Yeah,
we got to.
when I was in the comment, I jumped in the comments. No, I had to be like, me trolling. I was like, so LLL, are y'all like people in your 30s and 40s, like mad at this 22-year-old for not knowing Ludacris area code.
She's a child. Like I could have a 22-year-old. I could.
Yeah.
You know.
And I get it. I got it right away. I was like, how old is this girl? I was like, well, she might not know that song. Like, what, man? Yeah. It was like Ludacris was big, but like that song might have slipped through the cracks. It's like, and like, would you think about it? Yeah, I like maybe your parents didn't want to say a song like I got holes in different areas.
I got holes.
Play that for your kids. I got holes in different areas. Exactly. Yeah. So maybe that's why she don't know the record.
Because real talk, like I said, Super Bowl Sunday, I was like, Ariana going to find out who mommy and daddy are. Because as soon as the next episode started playing, that's how they opened it. And when Dr. was like, la da da, and then Marcus and I, we jumped in, Snoop Dogg. And then Ariana said, Mommy, you said I can't listen to Snoop Dogg. Because like she knew right away. Because she was like, you said I can't listen to this. I said, this is a Super Bowl, so it's going to be a clean. I said, this is going to be a clean show. A cleaner show, rather. It's like cleaner.
Yeah. Just don't make sure she doesn't hear "Ain't No Fun" if the homies can't have.
Guess who's back in the
motherfucking house?
Oh, let's turn this.
I think we too young to listen to that. We shouldn't be listening to that fucking record. This is DJ Easy Dick, fat dick, be a motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Easy Dick.
And Nate Dogg.
And Nate, we lost half the talent from that record. So,
yeah. But you gotta monitor what your kids listen to. So probably the parents didn't want to hear you. Cause it's like no clean version I got. Cause even I got pros. Even still, that's not.
What's a pro? It's
like, not really clean. I got pros. Isn't really clean.
Funny, like back in the day, like when that song was out, we had the engineer. He was like a religious guy. Like he was like, yeah, Christians. Yeah. So when that song got pros, he's like, yeah, pros. What does that mean? It's like, and then we're like professionals. Like what? Professional horrors? It's like we just lost it. he knew what it was. Even he knew what it was as a Christian.
Because it's professional. You're a professional.
Yeah, professional horrors. It's like
you're professional.
Pretty much. It's like
you're a professional.
Shout out Mac Friday. Yeah, that was the engineer.
But yeah, a lot of Ludacris song moves, bitch. Like you can't really play
on the highway. You get the fuck out of
my way. I sang all that at Janet Jackson's concert. I was singing every Ludacris song, and I'm like, yeah, I was ratchet. I do all the ratchet. Sing every single lyric.
But
he popping on a handstand. Like you can't you can't do a lot of Ludacris songs for kids.
Flash waterfalls.
Yeah, you can't do a lot of stuff. Wow. About the cleanest one you can do
is throw it in bowls.
The Cosmicality. And even still, women, if you chase your cat, you got some big titties. Would imagine that. Like even like
throw that one away too.
Throw them bowls.
Saturday, you can't do none of them. I got a big weed.
What's your fantasy?
Pocket full of cash.
I want to little last. Yeah, so definitely
blast, Taco blast, Justina Big.
He heard of Ludacris, but probably knew none of his songs. Cause stand up when I move, you move. Just like
shout out Shauna.
Hell yeah, hey DJ Brim. Okay, that's pretty clean. The chorus is pretty clean.
Roll out.
That's pretty clean.
Roll out. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, roll out. Dun, dun. We're going through this nigga's whole catalog now. Definitely can't do What's Your Fantasy. I want to lick.
I said I want lick.
Version of that. You can't play that.
Get back, motherfucker. You don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker. You don't know me like that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can't do a lot, Ludacris. Yeah. You can't do a lot of his stuff. No. Can't do a lot. So it was probably like
you can't even do the Ludacris joint.
I told like Ariana she couldn't listen to Snoop Dogg.
You came and do Ludacris
That's probably what it was
came
like.
and do the hook the joint he did on Kanye's record. Breathe in, breathe out. Let them hoes fight. Pull a D out. But nigga act up. Pull a desert ease out. He came and played that one on King Pay Hooks from other cats records.
You can do all I do is win, 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 no matter what. You can do that one.
DJ Khaled.
Hold up. You can do that one. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. So yeah, let's do better. Bottom line, us Xers
Yeah, we got a
/ old ass millennials, whatever we want to call ourselves. Let's do a little bit better.
Okay.
Please, let's do better, please.
Let's shift gears away from entertainment for a little bit. But you heard about the remember that Starbucks case with the two black dudes that that got kicked out for like
going
remember that case? It's like,
going being black, Starbucks and while black. Yeah.
Like some years ago. Well, the story took an interesting twist this because like the regional manager, she wasn't even a manager of the store, like the regional manager had got fired over related to this incident. She sued Starbucks and won $25 million. She just so here's like her version of the story, like what went down is like because like the manager of the store, from what I've seen, was black, like the one who actually called the cops was actually black. So but Starbucks wanted to fire a white manager because they wanted to look good. They fired a whole nother manager, yeah. So then she stood up for that. It's like, why you firing that motherfucker? Why not fire the guy at the store? So they fired her because she pushed back about that, and then she sued him, and then she just got awarded $25 million. Because people were looking like thought she was the manager that called the cops. Then I read the whole story. It's like that's what it was. It's like,
well, I will say this: chess, not checkers.
Facts. I was like,
not checkers.
I saw that story, so I can't wait to get fired. If that's the case, if you get fired and get $25 million, hashtag fire me, damn it. It's like
I said chess, not checkers. And then what would happen? All my social media would just be I would just not be on social media no more. I would completely disappear.
Doing Poochie. I have to go now. Oh yeah, my planet needs me.
I would vanish from the face of this earth if I got awarded $25 million in a wrongful settlement for wrongful termination. I would just be gone. You call my number. I've had this number forever. You call this number. To call you.
My episode. Everybody hates Chris when he had the Houdini tickets. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the girl like and Doc was schooling him. He was like, yeah, nah, that girl ain't, she don't like you. She doesn't want them tickets. So then Chris calls the girl, say, hey, you know what? I lost the tickets, but you still want to go out? She hangs up on him. He calls her immediately back. The phone was disconnected. Immediately after he calls her back, it was disconnected.
Robert, you were trying to reach. It's no longer in service.
Disconnected immediately after she hung up the phone. That was classic.
That would be me. I'm saying real talk. So y'all just like, what happened to Naima? Naima just disappeared. Man. So
that's good stuff, kid.
Reason why I disappeared. Oh my gosh. But kudos to the lady for standing up for
hey,
you know.
She got paid. I ain't mad at her at all.
Stand up. I'll circle back real quick. My sports thing I want to jump on, people who got paid. Michael Jordan selling the Hornets.
Started Hornets. I'm not surprised. Like the Hornets, pretty much sucked the entire time he owned them. It's like I'm not surprised he got out of that.
Here's the thing that I'll say about this:
bought him for like 180 and sold it for like what? How $2 billion, whatever he
sold. It says worth $3 million. I don't know how much of the $3 billion. I don't know how much of that he's going to get out the three.
Whatever it was, he made a grip. Yeah,
he made a grip, and people get, well, the Hornets were losing. I'm like, if that's losing, I want to lose like that. I put in 180 million, I make over 3 billion. That's how I want to lose. I want to lose like that. Call me a loser. Say, hey, you're a loser. Yeah. I'm a loser, but look at all this money I made. Like Jordan made a grip off of that. So once again, Jordan
was like pretty much the best player they had during that time, and that's not saying much because Kemba Walker is very average. It's like that's probably the best player during that entire run was like Kemba Walker, and he's average. He's not even in who he played for. I don't even think he's in the league anymore right now. I think Kemba Walker's out of the NBA at this point. Because the last team I remember was being the Knicks. I think he's out of the league at this point because he's not
Did
with
he
them
play
anymore.
with the Pacers for a moment, or did I imagine that?
It's like no clue. And guess what? I'm not looking it up either.
It
It's
seemed
like,
like he played for. Cause I know the Knicks, but it seemed like was he with the Pacers, or did I imagine that? Maybe
last
I
team I
imagined
remember
that.
playing with is the Knicks. Yeah.
I may have imagined that. I remember the Knicks. I definitely remember the Knicks. I do remember that.
Because they upgraded, they got rid of him, and they got what's his name, Brunson.
Yeah,
Definitely an
which is
upgrade.
clearly the better choice. Clearly,
They got Brunson, and like yeah, and he led them what to the second round. It's like so, yeah.
that was clearly the better choice. Clearly,
Yeah.
but
So
that's how I want to lose. Like, so stop saying that Mike lost. It's like
no, he didn't lose. Like the team wasn't very good
he
during
wasn't very
that time,
good,
but
but he
yeah,
won.
as a business move, it was a good
Big
business move.
picture, he won.
Like it's that it wasn't good basketball wise, it wasn't good, but like it's business, great business move. Yeah.
And he's still making billions off of Jordans. So hey.
Which I wear like damn near every day. It's like I occasionally wear some Air Force Ones or some Air Maxes, like, but yeah, I got a lot of Jordans in my collection.
In your repertoire.
Just,
Ours is starting to build now. Like we're starting to build the Jordan, like the Jordan is starting to build now in our collection. So
yeah.
but yeah, he's still making that money. So
Speaking of money, you
God.
saw the Tubi original documentary. It's called Sold Out. Have you checked it out?
No, I have not. It sounds interesting though.
Very interesting. It's about Ticketmaster and like yeah, basically like all of the well, Ticketmaster is basically how shitty they are as a company. Basically, is about
Here's Ticketmaster. Oh, my ticket is $39.99.
facts. Facts.
Add add all the fees, $159. Wait, what?
Yeah. That's why I'd be like, yeah, but like tickets starting at just $19.99. You're gonna pay $100 for that ticket, basically. Yeah, you're not paying $19.99.
Like the processing fees, and then another fee, and then a breathing fee, and then this fee, and then that fee. It's like, what are these fees? Like, how this ticket like quadruple in price?
Delivery fee, even though I got e-tickets. What the fuck?
Right, it's like I have e-tickets.
Like, delivering what? It's like, yeah.
Who does ticket? Who does paper tickets? Who still
Yeah,
likes paper tickets?
printing fee, like I e-ticket. They charge you for printing them and delivering them.
Like I use a QR code on my phone. Like, what are you?
You hit send, motherfucker. What delivery fee? This doesn't take much effort to do. You sent
This is
me.
everybody now. Let me see your tickets. Swipe, boop, swipe, boop, swipe, boop. That's how everybody does their tickets now. It's in your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on now.
But it's basically about that, how like the average person is priced out of going. And they show how it got that way. It's like with Ticketmaster, it was basically they were like a middleman to like because like the artists obviously they want to focus on being an artist. Like, yeah. So like and then the promoter is like, yeah, they've got to promote the show. It's like, yeah, like posters and advertising that takes up time and money. So like Ticketmaster,
you know about the advertising because you do radio.
Facts, yeah.
You know about the advertising side.
Was that they said okay, like we'll handle the ticket part, yeah. So it started out small originally like that, and then but they were making so much money with that and the fees that the promoter said, hey, we need a piece of that. It's like and so then like okay, like so of course like they're not gonna give up more. They probably just raise their fee a little bit. It's like okay, instead of paying like $3, okay, you pay $5 extra now. Then the artist is like, hey, like I'm the product. Like, where's my cut? It's like,
where's my piece?
Okay,
where's my piece of the pie?
Now it's the $20 extra.
Now it's $25.
Yeah, they keep raising it, yeah, because of that, yeah, because everybody was like, hey, like,
and think about how big of an increase that is. So, like I said, if it really started at $3, going to $5 is not that big of a deal. 3 to 5 is not. People really don't know it's that. But going like to 24, that's 8 times more. Like 3.
Yep.
On now
raising it because like so you want to get the same amount of money but you got a smaller pie, like everybody's getting a piece of that pie. Guess what, we're gonna bake a bigger pie now. So that's how they doing. so
it's like you
say but we just go
these prices are going. Think about if you were expected to spend $25 or something and now you guys spend 75 on it, 3 times the amount.
Was originally you were paying 30 for it. Let's say with the fees, it's like it went from 20, from 30 to 70. That's a huge ass increase. Damn it, yeah.
And we're seeing stuff now with the inflation with groceries like grapes.
Oh yeah,
Why are grapes like $5 a pound now?
And it's gonna get worse too because
Why are grapes
we
$5?
here in Illinois, we only speaking from Illinois. Remember the grocery tax is back July 1st. They
Yeah, I
suspended
saw
it
that.
last
Yeah.
year, so like for 1 year. So like, so your groceries are gonna be a little bit more now come July 1st.
Mhm.
But yeah, they suspend because that Illinois grocery tax is coming back. They suspended it for a year because of the inflation. But
For the
inflation
inflation,
still
yeah.
sucks though. It's like it didn't get fixed in a year. It's probably even worse now than it was a year ago. So now the groceries are going to be even higher, like come July. So that sucks. That's what we got. That's what we got to look forward to. Because the grocery tax is coming back. Yeah. But yeah, check out this. Like I was like, okay, Tubi is coming up. Like people sleep on Tubi. They got Tubi originals, yeah. And the Swifties, that's what they were all over that shit. Is like because that was like the scandal that when Taylor Swift, like remember that, and like $50,000 for tickets. So like,
Yeah, because Marcus was just for fun. Marcus looked up to see how much a Taylor Swift ticket was, and he's like, $1,000. He was like, "What the hell?
right,
$1,000?
that's probably without the fees too. That's probably thousand.
$1,000 for Taylor Swift?"
Yeah.
He was like, "What?"
Yeah. And it's like that's what sparked this documentary. And what else people don't realize too is Live Nation is the other half of that. Live Nation and Ticketmaster are owned by the same company. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Live Nation, they control the venues. Ticketmaster controls the tickets. So like you pretty much, if you're an artist, you have to go through them.
Do one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Because so okay, like because we control all the venues. So like, guess what? If you say, okay, we're not gonna sell our tickets through Ticketmaster, okay, you can't perform at the United Center, you can't perform at the Allstate, Soldier Field. We control all of these buildings. Where you gonna do your show at? So yeah. We
The Tinley
control all.
Amphitheater.
Yeah, we control all the buildings basically. Yeah. Most of the big, probably like 75% of the buildings, Live Nation, like, they control them. Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, you have to go through them, yeah, no matter what. And most artists aren't gonna push back because they getting a piece of that too. So like they not
Right.
so it's like it's money in their pocket. Sure, like yeah,
And
the
people
fans
are happy to be back outside because
fans,
sucks
for the
people
fans,
lost a
but
lot of money. People lost a lot of money these last 3 years. If you
yeah,
weren't able to perform, you lost a lot of money.
yeah.
You
So now that
did.
you back touring again, yeah, you're not gonna rock that boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But check it out. It's called Sold Out. It's on Tubi, a Tubi original.
Okay, Tubi, I see you. Let me write that down.
Sold Out.
Okay, Tubi, I see you.
We didn't all like felt like an asshole after buying tickets. So like we all can relate.
Tubi be Tubi, and like I see like the screenshots like
yeah, we've all bought tickets and felt like an asshole. So like we can all relate to that shit. And let's talk about this right here before we wrap it up. Mr. Pat Sajak.
Yeah.
Now he's leaving Wheel of Fortune. Been doing that show since 1981. The national version is 83. The Pat and Vanna, that version is 83.
Oh, my whole life, essentially.
Version was 83, yeah. But he took over for Chuck Woolery in 81. It's like so.
That's why I don't remember. Like when people talk about Chuck Woolery on it, I'm like,
the show started in 75, but Pat Sajak took it over in 81. In 83 is like they went national, and that's the version of Pat and Vanna.
That's all I would know because I was very small in 1980.
So that's where we at right now. Yeah.
So that's the only version I know. And Van turned the letters. Bing, 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 bing.
Fortune.
But well deserved retirement because Pat is what, like 78, I think.
He's up there, yeah. So he's he's done, yeah. He's earned it.
When is he gonna like? And we have to stop being so selfish too. Like I said, us let's be a little bit more compassionate. Us older generations, us late 1900s folks. I know I keep on going back to that. Yeah. Let's be nicer about that. Right. We're looking at these people. He's like 80 years old. Let that man retire.
You don't want to work.
That man retire.
He's done. It's like when Bob Barker left Price is Right, and it was a nice segue when Drew Carey took it over. I think Drew was like he kept the legacy going. And like the
I mean,
name of
which
it,
call, like, unfortunately, he didn't get to retire. Alex Trebek,
yeah, he had cancer,
unfortunately,
so he didn't get to retire. He did die like while doing the show.
because
Yeah.
I was looking for him to have his. I want him to beat cancer, and I want him to have his farewell where
Yeah.
he like was
Final
able to
season where he
retire.
could go out on his own terms. Yeah. But yeah, he didn't. He succumbed to it. But
Yeah,
Pat is going out on his own terms. He said this season, so you still got the farewell because his upcoming season is his last. He's going to
he
do
said this is the 41st year. I'm like, gee.
23, 24 season he's going to do. So a year from now is when he actually retires. He just announced it now.
Mm-hmm.
They got time to like it's a couple of names that have come up. It's like Seacrest is at the top of the list. It's like which he hosts everything else. So that he left live with Kelly. So he's open for it now. So Seacrest is a name I saw come up. Yeah.
The funniest meme I saw somebody what they said, as long as Steve Harvey is hosting.
Steve Harvey, I did see that.
As long as it's not Steve Harvey.
Let's play Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. It's your host, Steve Harvey. What's the name says she wants the job too? Whoopi, I saw, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Whoopi might be a little bit spicy because Whoopi sometimes she can be spot on and sometimes she can be a little.
Probably tired of doing the view is what I think. She's trying to get the fuck out of there. So she's like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I want to get that Wheel of Fortune job. But Seacrest is a name I saw pop up. It's like, so I was like, yeah, he would actually be a decent fit, but if they don't go in like another direction, but we'll see what happens with Wheel of Fortune in Pat Sajak's final season. You ready to wrap this up, kid? Not another damn podcast. Episode 316. Let's wrap this thing up, okay?
Yes.
Says I just whooped your ass. Yeah. If you like what we're doing, you know what to do. Give us a like on Not Another Damn Podcast. So give us some likes. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha? YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also, follow me and Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know I get down up in chair.
And you can check me out at MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs, and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.